What's up, traders? This is Patkat.trading here for my Wednesday trade plan for S&P 500. Okay, so it's pretty much a downward day for the past 2 days, start of the week. So let me just start out with the obvious, the bearish case. So these three lines have been support since November 14, and as you can see, it was support, pushed up, retest, then pushed up again, and then this was the Tuesday closed way under it. So I'm definitely bearish under that, as this is an ascending triangle that pretty much just broke down. It pushed up, buyers retested it, then collapsed, then closed under it. So definitely bearish price action. We also closed under this trend line, so a lot of traders are actually watching this this wedge play out. So as you can see from other wedges, well, this could be a wedge, and traders watching this too, and broke out. So, and this one as well. So a lot of traders see this and are probably positioned short, and I don't blame them. So as for targets, I've been talking about this non-stop in my previous videos, that I do expect price to dump to this demand eventually. This market could have blue. So just judging from the price action, I think eventually, just a matter of time, without any new catalysts. CPI and FOMC is next week, so it's very possible that we pretty much just stay in this range. It could just dump here, take the stops here, and pretty much just stay in this range again. Do I see it likely? Maybe. Definitely maybe. So, but like what I said from my previous videos, I'm not really interested in longing here. Well, if we get a pullback, I'm definitely shorting at 4,000. Well, 39.90 to 4,000 is definitely a short zone. So that's the only short that I'm looking at. As for long, so I'm not interested in longing here. I actually have alerts set up for 3,800, and that's where I'm looking to long, just because there's a lot of confluences that could push price up. Primarily the BB bands. We pretty much hugged the bands all throughout. We closed under the 20 EMA, so any push back up to 3,900 to 4,000 and retest this ascending trend line will probably be resistance to push price down. But the bottom trend line, the bottom BB, has always been support, especially on a big spike down. So what I'm looking at is pretty much, we build the base around here and maybe hold it, and maybe just trade around here again until CPI next week, and then we spike down and then maybe test here. It's the price action, the downside potential isn't that clear until we actually break 3,800. this demand zone. So until we actually do that, I don't see any. I can't imagine getting lower prices. But for the weekly, as long as we don't close the week under 4,000, I think we can still see highs. Probably 4,100. Retest the supply zone. And but until then, first things first is I'm just looking at longs here. I'm just waiting on 3,800 and maybe short 4,000. So until then, it's a no trade for me. Also, if you measure this, it's about 3.6% drop to 3,800. If you look at the Dow, I've had this demand zone marked out for a while now, and let's mark it a red around 3.6. So if SPX dumps 3.6% to 3,800, most likely Dow will dump to this weekly demand zone, which has the where are the EMAs? Oh, there. We actually have a crossover here, a golden crossover, where the 50 EMA crosses over a longer EMA, which is the 200. Normally the golden crossover is for the simple moving average, but look at this level. It's right smack at the daily 200 MA is right at 32422, which is the midline of the weekly demand zone. And if you check the 50 SMA, it's just about to cross over. So the only way it doesn't cross over is if price just totally just destroys this demand zone, and this golden crossover turns bearish. But unless that happens, this is demand for me, and I will long it. The reason why I like that too is because price rejected. We had this downtrend line, which capped price for about since August, and it rejected here. Rejected here, pushed up and rejected again, and then we finally pushed up. So this is demand zone for me, and look at this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That's 8 candles, and this was the only down candle. So that is demand for me. So I'm definitely longing this, and I like the confluence of tapping the midline of this demand zone, where the daily 200 MA is, and 3,800 for SPX. Other confluences that I'm waiting, and hopefully I'm just trying to time it, hopefully it hits 3,800, it hits the same time as 3,800, is DXY. DXY just made a 2B reversal here. 2B reversal is this candle broke the low, and this candle just pretty much is trading above it. So that's a 2B reversal. And as far as targets for this and possible turning points, I've been looking at this 109.535 area, which is pretty much a bearish retest. I've seen this a lot where it solds off and pretty much retests it, this inside bar, and then just collapses from there. The only problem there is it's pretty huge. It's a pretty big move. So unless the equivalent for EU is here, so EU has to drop about 3.5% in the next 3 days. So maybe the timing aspect is, but if it does hit at the same time as ES hits 3800 and weekly demand zone for Dow, that's a sure long. Well, not sure long, but I'm definitely longing its size. And as well as gold, we had this big high here, rally, base rally. So this is demand for me. So I'm actually looking for gold to, still bullish in gold, performs well during inflationary periods, and pretty much go there. So if DXY hits that zone while gold hits the zone, and at SPX hits 3800, Dow hits the weekly demand zone all at the same time, those are wonderful confluences for a huge long. So I mean, it looks like we're pretty much on the way. VIX is rallying, Euro AUD is rallying. So how many pips this is? This has been the resistance I've been looking for here. Yeah, that could. I mean, if they all hit at the same time, then that would be wonderful. So that's pretty much my trade plan. So unless ES hits 4K for shorts, I'm not shorting here. You're pretty too close to support. Actually, if you look at SPY, if you look at SPY here, if SPY hits, I actually like this. I mean, technically we're still at the bottom of the range, so it's not out of the question to if price hits this, reclaim and just go to the top of the range. It's totally not out of the question, and if that happens, I'll enter puts here. Simple plan. So but unless that happens, if we hit 3800 first, I'll take the 3800 trade. But just because I don't think it's happening this week, just because well, I hope, because for EU to drop 400 pips without catalyst, it's hard for me to see, but I could see it happening during CPI. So it's just, everything's a wait and see. We're short 4K, long 3800, short 406 for SPY if we get it. If not, I'll just wait for 3800, maybe next week. So that's it. It's pretty much my trade plan for Wednesday. All right. Good luck tomorrow. Let's make some money. Bye.